In this video, we're going to be reviewing for the third 6 weeks SFA. This has to do with everything from first semester, things that could be on your EOC test, concepts that you need to know from Algebra 1. First off, it wants to know what is the slope, and it's giving you this table. Well, what you're going to do, the slope we know is rise over run, which is the change in y over the change in x. Delta y, the change in y, minus 6, minus 2, and this one says minus 4. Well, these aren't all the same numbers. Well, that's fine. You have to see what the x's are. So this is plus 3, plus 1, plus 2. So let's see here. I've got delta y over delta x. Negative 6 over 3, which is negative 2. Negative 2 over 1, which is negative 2. Negative 4 over 2, which is negative 2. These numbers are my slope. So my slope is negative 2. Now, to find my y-intercept, I need to go in here, and it doesn't matter which one I use. I'm going to take my slope, negative 2, and I'm going to multiply it by that x number. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. What do you have to add or subtract to negative 2 to get to negative 5? You subtract 3. Well, does that work here? Negative 2 times 2 is negative, is negative 4. And minus 3, wait a minute, what am I not doing right here? Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. Right? Oh, hey, silly me. This is negative 2 times negative 2, which is a positive 4. Positive 4 minus 3 gives you 1. Your y-intercept is 0, negative 3. If I wanted to write this equation in slope-intercept form, remember that is y equals mx plus b. Slope is the m, y-intercept is the b. Y equals negative 2x minus 3. Next one. Given these 2 points, what is the slope? Okay, if I were you, I'd pause the video and see if you can do this and then come back and check. So I'm going to draw my table. I'm going to put in there my points 4, 5, and 8, 8. Remember, this is x. This is y. So to find my slope, I got to find delta y. The change in y is 3. The change in x is 4. My slope is the change in y over the change in x. 3 over 4. There's my slope right here. So now to find my equation, I need to find my y-intercept. So I'll put 3/4 in there. You take it times 4. Well, when you multiply these two together, you get 3. What do you have to do to 3 to get to 5? Plus 2. So my equation will be y equals 3/4 x plus 2. To check it, you would go in the calculator, go to y equals, and in y1, let's put in there 3/4, 3 divide 4, x plus 2. Whoops, where is it? Plus 2. Second graph. And look and see if these points are in there. Do you see 4, 5? Yes, I do. And 8, 8? Yes, I do. That means I got it correct. The next one, it says to find the x and y intercepts from the table below. Well, looking at this table, I can find my intercepts right away. First off, you need to remember that an x-intercept, that's when you have the y number is 0, and the y-intercept is 0 and a number. Well, look in your table here. Here's my y-intercept, so I have 0, 5. My x-intercept, right here, 5, 0. Here's the next one. See if you can figure out the answer to these two. Write an equation that has a slope of 4 and a y-intercept of 5. Remember, it goes y equals the slope times x and then plus or minus the y-intercept. So I have y equals the slope is 4x plus 5. Write a new equation if you half the slope and translate the line down 2 units. Well, let's think about this. If you took 4 and divided it in half, how much is that? That is 2x. Then it says to move your line down. To move it down, you subtract 2 off of the y-intercept, and 5 minus 2 is 3. This would be your new equation. Here's your next one. Write the equation of the line below. So first, let's find the y-intercept. Oh, gee, it looks like right there. It looks like it's 0, 5. Now let's find the slope. Well, I know my slope is positive because it's going up. If I go up 1 and over 1, not quite there. Up 1 over 2, nope. Up 2 and over 3. Up 2 over 3. So the equation would be y equals 2/3 x plus 5. Now I wanted to know what's the equation if we translate that down 4 units. Well, if you do that, you take y equals 2/3 x plus 5, and your slope stays the same because all you're doing is shifting it. You're moving it down. And if I go down 4 units, the new equation becomes y equals 2/3 x plus 1. See, if I did this on the graph, I would move it down 1, 2, 3, 4. My new y-intercept would be at plus 1. Here's the next one. See if you can pause that video and find out this one. Janelle wanted to order some cookies online. The delivery fee was $3.75 and the cost of each cookie was 25 cents. Write an equation that matches the situation. Okay, each cookie was 25 cents. That's going to be my coefficient. Y equals 0.25x plus my constant, my one-time charge is $3.75. Now it says if she has $10 to spend, how many cookies could she buy? Well, let's go in here. Let's put into the calculator 0.25 x plus $3.75. And I'm going to go second graph. Where can I get to 10? Well, let's look in the y column for 10. There it is. It would be 25 cookies. Now this says the number of cookies depends on the total cost. Remember, it is y depends on x. What is this y and what is this x? The x is the number of cookies. The y is the total cost. So this is false because it should be the total cost depends on the number of cookies. Here's the next one. Let's see if there we go, I think. If I can move this a little bit smaller. Let's see. It's all stuck in there. Okay. It says John went to a gas station to fill up the 25-gallon tank in his truck before going on a trip. The equation D equals 21G represents D, the distance he drives, and G, the number of gallons he uses. What is the independent variable? Well, first off, you need to remember that the independent variable is your x. This is the same as saying y equals 21x. So the x and the g match up. G is the number of gallons. Number of gallons. The dependent variable is the y. Right here is this. D is the distance. Now it says if he has to drive 530 miles, will he have to stop and fill up again? Now, so it's a 25-gallon tank. So let's see here. How many miles can we get on 530? Well, you could set it up and do it by hand, going 530 equals 21 gallons times gallons. Or you can put it in the calculator and look and see where y is 530. I'm going to go ahead and solve it right here. I'm going to divide by 21. Oh, let's see here. How many gallons is that? So I have 530 divided by 21. And enter. And it says 25.3. Actually, you won't even find that in the table. 25.23. Let me go back here. Let me write that better. 25.23 gallons. So equals G. Well, it says the gas tank only holds 25 gallons. Do I have to fill up? Heck yeah, I do, because if you don't fill up, you still have 0.23 of a mile or of a gallon to use. You still need more. You'll still need more gas to get there. So yes, you will have to stop because this is bigger than 25. Here's the next one. It says the perimeter of a rectangle can be found by adding all the sides together. Each of the rectangles below have their length increasing by 2. Which table shows the perimeter of the rectangle shown? Okay, so in figure 1, what is the perimeter? 2, 4, 6, 8. So I should have 1 and then 8 because there's 8. This is 6, 10, and 12. So it should be figure 2 and 12, and 8, 14, and 16. Your answer should be C. Here's the next one. Pause that video and see if you can figure it out. Delia was giving a $50 iTunes gift card for her birthday. Each song she wanted to buy cost $1.29. Looking at this graph, what is a reasonable domain for the situation? What is domain? Domain is the X. Which one of these is the X? X is down here, number of songs downloaded. Well, this talks about amount on the gift card, so this is not correct and D is not correct. Now, I start up here, I'm at 50, and I go all the way down here to 0. So, but the thing is, that's the range. The range going up and down. When it talks about domain, it wants to know what is the X going by. So right here, the X numbers start at 0, and they come all the way out here to 39. Your answer should be A. See, 0 to 50, that would be the range. It would be the amount left would be 0 to 50, because that would be on the y-axis. Here's the next one. Pause that video, see if you can figure out what this is. Davis went for a walk in his neighborhood. Answer the following questions. Where was he walking towards home? See, this is distance from home. So he's walking away from the house. He pauses for a little bit. He goes back to the house, and then he goes away. So this right here, this would be from 20 to 25 minutes. From 20 to 25 minutes he was walking towards home. Where was he walking away from home? He was walking away right here from 0 to 15 minutes, and then right here from 25 out to 35. This is where he was walking away from home. Where was he not moving? He's not moving right here. He's just standing in one place and not going anywhere because the distance doesn't change, but time does. Now, where is he moving the fastest? To see where they're moving the fastest, you're looking for the steepest line. And it doesn't matter if it's going up or going down. Where is he covering the most amount of distance in the least amount of time? 5, 10, 15. These both cover 15. The one going up, the one going down, but where is he moving the fastest? I say it would be in the first line, part of the line right here from 0 to 15. Now, which one of these is the domain? What is the domain? The domain is the time from 0 to 35 minutes. 35 minutes. My range is my distance from 0 up here to, what is that, 14, 15 minutes. Or from 0 to 15 miles maybe. It doesn't tell the distance from home in parentheses. It's just talking about the distance from home. Here's the next one. Miss Delgado gave some of her students a bag of jelly beans. She asked them to record daily how many were left in their bag. She recorded some of the information. First off, what kind of correlation do you see? What's happening to this trend? From left to right, the lines seem to be going down, so this is a negative correlation. Now, to draw your trend line, remember, you're trying to get a line that goes to the middle of most of the points. Not all of them would be the same, so I'm going to draw mine right here, kind of through the middle. Now it says after 22 days, how many jelly beans? So I'm going to go out here to 20, let's see, what is this? 2025, so that's 22.5. So it's somewhere in here. I'm going to go up, and I'm going to go over. Looks like it hits about 9 jelly beans.